powerlifter should be more powerful than a weightlifter, right? The name of the sport itself suggests so. In order to understand who has more power, we need to understand what power is. When we say that a sportsman is powerful, we assume that he is strong. However, power is not only about strength. If two runners finish at the same time, the one with the bigger weight is more powerful because he has to move more of his weight. In other words, power is like speed that considers the weight being moved. Powerlifters and weightlifters move very different weight with very different speed. Therefore, their power must be different. Let's take the two very famous lifts and see. Weightlifter Lasha Talahadze lifted 267 kilos above his head. And strongman Eddie Hall, who powerlifted 500 kilos in a deadlift. In terms of force, that is represented by the weights on their bars, Lasha loses. But now let's look at their speed. Speed is a distance over time. For the distance, we will take the height of Eddie's pull. His task is only to straighten up with the barbell, so he pulls the weight from the ground level to the knee. The task of the weightlifter is to lift the barbell above his head. So, in order to be able to compare, we will only measure the time of the pull to the knee. The height of both athletes is about 2 meters. The distance, therefore, from ground to the knee is about 50 centimeters. It takes strongman 4 seconds to lift. Weightlifter lifts to the same height in 0.7 seconds. Let's round it for 1 second to our convenience. So, Lasha's speed 50 centimeters in 1 second. Eddie has speed 50 centimeters in 4 seconds. Now let's compare the power of our sportsman. As we remember, it is the product of force and speed. Force is the weight on the barbell, 267 kilos for Lasha and 500 kilos for Eddie. The distance is the same, so let's remove it from the comparison. You see, even though Eddie's barbell is twice as heavy, he pulls it 4 times longer, and therefore loses in power by 2 times. Despite its name, powerlifting does not consider the speed of lifting the barbell, and therefore does not consider power itself. In weightlifting, however, without high speed it is impossible to lift the barbell. Despite the fact that powerlifters are stronger, weightlifters are more powerful. Strength exercises in weightlifting, like deadlift, are performed trying to increase speed. For example, I did a pull of 160 half a year ago. I don't need to set a new goal of 170. I need to pull the same 160 but every time faster. That is why weightlifters don't know sometimes their maximum deadlifts. And one more thing, compare the range of motion. But frankly, it's a completely different story. And for that, please watch the previous video, where we put side by side the weightlifter and the powerlifter to see who does more work. Subscribe to OLYMPICGO to know.